All right, it's 8 o'clock. Let's get the show started. All right, how do I
Let's do it.
All right. Hide. All right, man. How are you doing?
Good, bro. How's things with you?
Awesome. So we are back for another one of our supposed weekly deal of the weeks.
Weekly-ish.
Weekly-ish. I think it's been 2 weeks since the last one we did.
That's right. Yeah, it's been a couple weeks.
Yeah, it's been pretty wild lately, but we are back. That's what's important. We are here to show you guys what kind of deals are available. So if this is the first time you're joining us, what Ribhu and I do is we look at some deals that are on the market right now, and we literally analyze them live. In fact, most of these properties Ribhu hasn't even seen yet, so you really get to see what it looks like for an investor, what we think about when we're analyzing these kind of deals. So really excited. My name is George Wang. I am a real estate agent and investor here in Belleville, and with me is Ribhu RAMPERSAD, and he is investor, mortgage agent, owner of several investment companies, property management companies, construction companies, all that stuff. Also an investor here in the Belleville area. So
Bell Vegas.
Bell Vegas, yeah. Wouldn't want it anywhere else. How are you finding the market these days? Are you crazy for you or not?
Yeah, the market's been crazy. I think it's an interesting window of opportunity right now where rates have come down pretty heavily. The prices haven't necessarily reacted yet. And I think the good thing with investors is they tend to be ahead of the curve. So I think a lot of investors recognize this window of opportunity, because I feel like when everybody else recognizes the window of opportunity, it wouldn't be a window of opportunity anymore. So a lot of people are picking up turnkey assets, but what I'm seeing is like very quick decisions. Like, hey, this turnkey asset cash flows. Let's get the rate and go. People being very decisive, which is interesting to see. But a lot more. I mean, I'm actively buying, as you know, and I mean, there's a lot of interesting things out there right now. A lot of pain, but a lot of opportunities.
Yeah, exactly. I know and I think I mentioned this before, we're in a really strange place right now where property values have come down since the peak. Interest rates have come down, and the rebound hasn't really made its way back up yet. And so we're in this really strange spot where turnkey assets actually look really good on paper, and construction costs haven't really come down. So it's been, I've said this multiple times, turnkey assets make a lot more sense than value add projects right now, unless you're doing something real crazy or you're picking up for a really good price.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that? Yeah.
I would definitely agree with that. In many asset classes, right? Single family, multifamily, under 5 units and above 5 units. I think in all the asset classes, turnkey is making a lot more sense.
Even single families cash flowing, like what is happening?
It's wild. It's wild. All right. I think across the board it's wild.
Let's jump straight into it. We got 3 properties we're gonna quickly go over, all listed like 3 hours ago. So this is like hot off the press stuff.
I really haven't seen it then. I haven't been looking at MLS the last 3 hours.
All right. This is property number 1. 250. When's the last time you saw this property for 250?
Wow.
Yeah. 59 Getty Street. It is a...
Are we in 2016? Sorry.
3-bed, 2-bath, 1.5-story home in the heart of Belleville. Municipal services, 100 amp breaker panel, new concrete pad for a garage. I'm assuming they tore something down, maybe. Property taxes 2187. Blah blah blah. Let's take a look at the pictures. So it seems like they've uploaded really low quality photos. So just bear with me. I'm gonna try to zoom in as much as I can.
Sure.
Just your typical, 1.5 story house. Nothing too crazy.
Mm-hmm.
The siding looks new, actually.
Yeah.
Doesn't it? The window, the trim looks new. This looks like it looks like it's renovated.
It does, yeah.
There's your driveway, gravel driveway to probably a new pad for a new garage.
Mm-hmm.
Cute little house, and they had an addition here at some point. Looks like. And here's the inside. It's actually not bad.
Oh, nice and clean.
Laundry. It's actually pretty nice. These are the lights we use for like flips.
Yeah, big time.
New flooring, freshly painted.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. There's your bathroom. It's not fancy, but it's good enough.
Nice.
Shower. Yeah. And you have a awkward half bath here. Very awkward. How do you get there? Okay. Anyway.
What is going on there?
I don't know, but all I know is there's between this. Wait, they said it's a 1.5 bath, but how's that possible? This is a full bath, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is a full bath. That's a bathtub. There's 2 full baths.
Yeah, I guess so, hey?
Yeah. So even better, right?
Yeah.
I mean, your typical awkward things where you have reduced headroom on the second floor. Or on
Yeah,
the
it's too fitty.
It's also 250. Like, come on, like making a lot in Belleville is 250. So
yeah.
Beggars can't be choosers.
Yeah.
And of course, brand new electrical panel. Well, not brand new. It's a panel, not a fuse box.
Yeah, that's good.
So yeah, you tell me if this would cash flow or not.
I mean, I'm gonna say yes.
All right. So to give you some context,
what's the 1% rule again?
1 month of rent, it should be equal to 1% or more of the purchase price. So if this thing rents for $2,500, would.
You're pretty close.
I think we're pretty close, if not there, exactly on the dot. One thing to do want to mention is that this property, they are holding offers on it. Yes, holding offers is back.
Wow.
So this very well could go for 275, 280, 290, even 300. Who knows, right?
Yeah.
But let's run the numbers as is, and then we can maybe run it supposedly like with a higher number as well, just to see what number does it stop making sense, right?
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Whoop.
Whoa.
I don't know what happened there. All right. Purchase price of $250. I can't believe I'm saying that. Just as is, how much do you think it rent for? It's got some quirks, but it is a 3-bed, 2-bath.
Probably
not. You got a whole yard and everything, right? People do have some value. Do attach some value to a detached home. 23.
Yeah, actually, I was thinking 23 because you said 25 earlier, and I was trying to justify it in my head, but I feel like 23 feels right. Yeah.
23 to be conservative. I think you could probably push for 25, but
yeah.
23 just to be conservative.
Yeah.
Property taxes, what did they say? 27, 20, 2187.
Yep.
Insurance, single family home, nothing too crazy. Whatever, like $100 a month.
Yeah, I'd say so.
I don't know. I feel like I'm out of touch these days.
Yeah, no, $100 is good.
Okay, repairs, maintenance. I put 5% for that. Property management, 6%. Utilities, in this case, single family, you make the tenants pay for it, right?
Zero. Yeah.
So that brings your gross operating income, net operating. So your NOI is $1,700. That's pretty good. Okay, so a down payment at 20% down, 50K is 20% down.
Yeah.
and your mortgage will be 200. What kind of interest rate are we looking at for 10%
Probably
rental?
like 4.84.
It keeps going down, man. Holy shit.
Yeah.
4.84?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh wait, is this thing gonna cash flow? How much I think it's okay. So your mortgage payment's only gonna be $1,000.
Yeah. That's wild. There's
All
no
right.
way this sells for 250.
We'll see.
Okay.
If you want to buy it, let's reach out.
250 right now, all cash.
I'll find 250 and the cushions on my couch somehow and pay
Yeah.
for it. All right. So theoretically, if we buy this for 250, all you need is 54K and it's yours.
Nice.
And you'll end up in your hands a single family home that cash flows over $600 a month.
Just on day one. That's wild. Yeah.
Yeah. And your ROI would be like 43%. There's like burst strategies that don't even get 40% ROI.
No, that's wild. But yeah, let's run the price. Like, you know what? Like, what does it look at? Like a 300K purchase price?
I think it's gonna probably end up selling for 300 or close to it.
Yeah.
Let's say you were overzealous and you paid 300 for this.
Mm-hmm.
Your down payment goes from 50 to 60K.
Yeah.
It's still cash flows almost $500.
Yeah.
So you could pay 350 for this, and it would still be cash flow positive. Holy shit!
Yeah.
All right, so this was listed 3 hours ago, but they are holding offers for about a week. So that is deal number one. And these are the kind of things that we're seeing in Belleville right now. So things are interesting.
Yeah, that's interesting for sure. The lot's pretty big too.
It was like 50 by 60, I think, something like that. Nothing too crazy.
Oh yes, I keep getting. I'm used to Toronto dimensions now. Jeez.
Oh yeah. That's small in Belleville.
Yeah. 50 by 60 is small in Belleville. That's wild.
Yeah.
All right, what do you got next?
Deal number 2, 18 Green Street. A spacious duplex for $399.
A duplex for $399. What is happening?
Both units boast brand new kitchens equipped with appliances. A large 67 by 149 feet yard with a shed. Parking for 4+ cars. Vacant duplex for $399. 2-bed, 1 bath each. You're like about to buy it already, aren't you?
You're hearing the keys clicking over here.
So to be completely transparent, this one's also holding offers.
Okay. Gotcha.
So if 400 is the clickbait price. But we'll run some scenarios to see what you're looking at if you're paying like $450 for it or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So here's the house. Let me just get the zoom right. Okay. Here's your house with a bit of an addition in the back. Good amount of parking. It is a big lot.
Yeah.
Oh, that's new flooring.
Mm-hmm.
That is a new unit. What?
This is a brand new unit.
This is turnkey. What?
Is it still vacant?
It's vacant. It's both units vacant. Both units are 2-bed, 1 bath, I think.
What?
I mean, it's like white appliances instead of stainless steel, but I'm not gonna complain at $399.
No.
This is brand new flooring. This is newly painted trim and walls.
Yeah, this is a good buy. Like,
is your bathroom?
Definitely over 1% rule here. Well, we're above 1% rule actually. Why are we back at the 1% rule?
You ask me, man. Because people like there's how many people I talk to on a day-to-day basis. Oh, I'm gonna wait for interest rates to drop before I buy. Meanwhile, these guys deals sitting on the market. Like,
you know how many people I've told in the last 2 years that the 1% rule doesn't exist anymore unless you go up to Northern Ontario?
No, not anymore.
That's wild.
So that was unit 1, I'm assuming, because now they're looking at a second door. This one's even better. Wow. Okay. This is actually really nice.
Yeah, that's good.
This is like better than some of my duplexes. As I mean, this one's got that tiny little sink. Obviously, that's not ideal. But you got separate laundry. And it's a big ass lot too.
Yeah, it is.
With the changes coming, you're going to be able to add 2 ADUs to this duplex.
Yeah.
So this could be 4 units, like nothing, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's run this number.
Yeah, let's do the numbers.
3999. Income estimated roughly
$4,000.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Property taxes. Where is it? 2909. How come these are so cheap?
Yeah, it's weird for Belleville, eh?
Insurance probably more like 150 now for a duplex.
Yeah, 150 works.
Okay. Repairs and maintenance built in. Property management built in. Utilities. I don't remember if they were separate metered or not. Separate meters for both units. Oh my god.
What?
All right, so the tenants are paying everything. All right. You're. Oh, I was like, why is my net up?
Yeah.
You know how good of a deal it is? I forgot to divide the property. I forgot to divide the property taxes by 12, and it still came out positive net operating income.
That's wild.
All right. Over $3,000 a month in net operating income. Your mortgage payment at the 4.84 that we said over 30 years is 1686.
Wild.
All right, so you make, I don't know, you tell me if it's cash flow positive. You make 3,000 and your mortgage is 1,600.
Yeah. Yep. Jesus.
So this you cash flow $1,400 on the buy.
Like,
you don't even do a single thing.
So like if we bump it to like 450. 450.
I think you can pay 500 for this.
Probably.
It's still over 1,000 cash flow.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy.
All right, this just hit the market, folks.
When are
3 hours ago. They're about a week from now, I believe.
Okay.
So just so you know, you could technically pay up to this and still be fine.
Yeah, great house hack opportunity too. Do you know for insured mortgages, for a duplex specifically, you can add 100% to the second unit income to qualify?
Oh, okay.
Not 50. Okay. Just duplexes, not bigger than duplex.
What are you looking at insured mortgages these days, like in terms of rates?
Yeah, so insured mortgages, variable is like 5.5%, and a fixed is going on as like low as 4.2, 4.3.
All right, let's say 4.2, 5% down.
25
but
year
you, but you lose half the income.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fair. You get to live there for
$1,200 a month.
$1,200 a month, and you buy the house for $33,000.
Yeah, and you're in a duplex.
Not bad.
What if anyway? We won't talk about that one online. It's like, what if you buy 5% down? You're in both sides, but
air quotes, owner occupied air quotes. Yeah, let's not do that. All right. Deal number 3, 18 Harris Crescent. This one's not so much of a clickbait pricing, but I just wanted to highlight what kind of interesting deals we have right now.
Sure.
This Belleville bungalow is an exceptional cul-de-sac. Fully equipped basement apartment with separate entrance. Okay. Live in a comfortable main residence while generating a substantial rental income to offset your mortgage. The lower basement provides newly renovated with 2 bedrooms, kitchen, and modern bath. So notice how they don't call it like a legal dwelling or a duplex or anything like that. So this just makes me assume that it wasn't done legally.
Sure.
Which
some
people care about, some people don't, right? So what that means is that this is a bungalow. Someone put an apartment in the basement. Okay, nice metal roof. First thing to note, right? That's gonna save you your roofing bills down the road. Big ass driveway.
Big garage.
What do you see? Big garage.
Jeez, that's almost as big as the house.
I know.
ADU for sure.
Yeah, that's a house, right? This is a bigger house than some of the houses I've seen.
Yeah. Probably bigger
Yeah.
than the 250K house.
There you go. Here's the upstairs. So the upstairs is a little dated. Nothing too crazy. Like nothing a coat of paint is I don't even know if you need to refinish the floors. The floors look fine.
Mhm.
But just the brown trim just kind of dates it. The kitchen's actually, those cabinets are actually really nice.
Nice.
They look
they're good.
almost custom.
Yeah, it's probably owner occupied on the top.
Mm-hmm. And then here's the newly renovated basement apartment.
Nice. Yes, and big.
So what? I don't know why they didn't really take a picture of the kitchen, but you can see on the side here,
Mhm.
and it looks like they removed the stove because that looks like a plug for the stove, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably because it's not legal, right? So they didn't want to get in trouble. But like it's pretty, and if you're the kind of person who cares, it shouldn't be much to legalize something like this. Fire rated drywall, smoke detector in this furnace apartment, and you should be good to go.
Honestly, man, a lot of times they don't make you redo it.
Well, we know that little loophole where you interconnect the smokes between the units, and you're even good with the existing drywall.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you have a nice turnkey downstairs, and yeah, that's your property. So this one, what I'm thinking is, like, based on what I see here, and for those of you guys who don't know, Belleville just made a stealth change to their ADU rules, and then we're not talking about the 4 units thing that's coming in a couple months. Remember how we used to complain that the Belleville rules were that all the square footage of all the ADUs added together cannot exceed the main dwelling, which makes it so that a typical property like this, a bungalow with a garage, you can't do because the basement plus the garage will be bigger than the main dwelling. They made a stealth change about a month or 2 ago, and there's a very small fine print that says if your dwelling is entirely in the basement, it does not contribute to that gross square footage limitation maximum. So in this case, what this means is that you will be able to convert the garage as a 3rd unit. So that would be my kind of goal for this one. But even as is, I consider just buying it and buying it for what it is, and then doing it something to it now or future, up to you if you have the capital or not. Right? There's no rush. But yeah, let's run the numbers.
This is actually a great example too. Like if people know how to use it, right? Let's say it's somebody local to the area and they're gonna owner occupy it. This is gonna be a great one that in a few months from now you can refi up to 90% loan to value for funds to. Yeah, this would be a great example.
Yeah. Is it? Do you get the money before you renovate or after?
No, it's like it's like refinance plus improvements is the best analogy for it.
Okay.
And it's specific for renovation, so you can't really use it for anything else.
Gotcha. All right, so let's run the numbers just as is. Nothing too crazy. With these kind of deals, you want to make money right on the buy, and then everything else is
big time
cherry on the top, right?
Yeah.
All right, income wise, I know the upstairs is a little dated. Downstairs is really nice, just as is. How much do you think you rent this for?
I'll say probably 4,200 total.
Yeah, that's pretty fair.
Yeah.
Okay, property taxes on this. This should be a little higher. 35, 38. Insurance about this. Oh yeah. Insurance should be around the same, right?
Yeah.
5% repairs and maintenance, 6% property management, utilities. It's probably not separately metered. I will probably just make the tenants pay a 60-40 split for everything. Yeah, so in this case, it'd be 0. Down payment for this. Oh, now we're finally in the 6-figure down payments again after those 2 deals. You would need about 120 grand to pick this up, assuming you get it for asking price. Today's interest rates, you're looking at $2,500 a month in mortgage payment. So it's already looking pretty good for this property. I can tell.
Yeah.
Renovations, like if you wanted to take it all the way and legalize the basement, like probably 20 grand, maybe 30.
Yep. Yeah.
So again, some people care about it, some people don't, right?
Yeah.
I'm not here to tell you what you should do.
Mm-hmm.
But assuming you are going to take the extra step to legalize, you'll be looking at 30,000 renovations, and you'll be looking at roughly 160 total cash.
Mm-hmm.
And what you get at the end of it is a cash flowing asset that makes $700 a month on the buy.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's crazy. It's
what
an
is
interesting
this?
time in the market, man. And I think it's just, people waiting for it to drop further. And it's just like, yeah, but it works.
So you buy something that's cash flowing $700 a month on the buy, just waiting for you to put a third unit in the garage.
Mm-hmm.
That's absolutely wild, right?
Yeah, big time.
Yeah. We got a question from Amit. He says that's just for the renovation part, the 95% loan to value. I don't. The 95% loan to value is it's on the purchase, assuming you're owner occupied with CMHC.
Oh, you mean on the last?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to elaborate on that, how does the
Yes, I
95%
mean, if
loan to value
you're
work?
buying the duplex as owner occupied, at least one of the units out to the duplex we looked at the last time, you can get up to what was the purchase price again? It was under 500K, right? So yeah, you could get 95% of the value, assuming you qualify. I mean, if you are moving in owner occupied and you want to do some work, there's also a loan called Purchase Plus Improvements. It is another insured mortgage, and you can get some incremental funds to renovate. It'll be released as the renovation happens, though. It's not just a lump sum. But yeah, one of the covenants would be is that it's got to be owner occupied to do less than 20% down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, how does this play into the newly announced CMHC second unit refinance?
Yes, I mean, it's really something for people to take advantage really in their primary homes or something they've held for a while. Because like if you're buying a new asset, it doesn't really help, especially if it's not owner occupied. So it's an insured mortgage. Essentially, they're allowing you to refinance up to 90% loan to value. For context, before that, you could only refinance up to 80% on an uninsured mortgage. So now you can refinance up to 90%, but the extra funds that you take out needs to be for adding an accessory dwelling unit to your primary residence. So it's going to be, I mean, the details aren't fully hashed out yet, but what it seems to appear to be is a draw mortgage. So again, just like a purchase plus improvements, you do the reno, they'd inspect the reno, make sure it's good, and then they'll release the funds. From my understanding so far, and I mean, more information is slowly coming out, the fund will be restricted to construction for that accessory dwelling unit. So it's a really, really good tool for people who have houses, with a garage and stuff like that, and they do want to add. It is a solid tool for people to kind of help grow their net worth, but it's probably only going to work in like secondary markets like Belleville. Because I mean, if you own a $1.2 million house in Toronto, sure, they're increasing the cap to 1.5, but it's very hard to qualify for an insured mortgage above $1 million.
Would they account for the new income that this new unit's going to bring in?
Yeah, they would. So it's 90% of the value as complete as per the release, as well as they'll use their rent for income. But I mean, it's still for a market like Toronto, it's going to be very hard to qualify, I'd say, even with the increased cap. But I think markets like Belleville, I think is really good for some homeowners if they want to add a garage suite or a basement suite or something like that. And I think a lot of people in Belleville have properties like that. That is primed to add that. I think contractors should really learn that product. I think it'll be a really good sell for a lot of people. Like if they really understand that, to be able to help people figure out how to make their garage. Like so many buildings, so many properties in Belleville just have like big garages for no reason. And I think if people knew this, I think a lot of people will get on board with it.
Makes me want to start a construction company.
Yeah, you know how to brand it, man. I think there's a great opportunity for some people.
Yeah, it's all you do. You don't do anything else. You don't do nice kitchens, or all you do is build suites.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah,
big time.
Okay, that's all the deals we had today. What do you think of them? That was pretty exciting for what was did not exist 12 hours ago on MLS.
Yeah, and it's crazy because I've been having conversations with like newer investors and stuff lately, and it's just like it's getting harder for me to tell people that they should do a conversion unless you tell me you want to be super aggressive and build a massive portfolio. That's the only way I feel like a BRRRR makes sense right now, because even though if you can't pull out all your money, it's a good way to recycle. But if you're looking to buy 2, 3, 4 properties max and just have as part of an investment portfolio, it's hard for me to rationalize a BRRRR, right? Like,
especially with the risks associated, right? The holding costs and the risk of something going wrong mid project.
Yeah. So right now, really depending on what people's goals are, and if it's super aggressive, then yeah, BRRRR it out. But if not, like, these turnkey stuff making a lot of sense. And I mean, I spent a lot of years just buying turnkey. And then, the last few years have been good because I was just sitting on a bunch of equity that I can now deploy as needed. But I think it's time to build.
I think if you're newer and you have a good job that makes good money, you don't have to learn a complete new field and learn how to learn construction from the ground up. No, just buy something turnkey and then buy another one next year and then buy another one.
Yeah, it slowly compounds, man, and you don't need to lose your shit like a lot of people are right now.
No, crazy 14% loans, second mortgages, just to do a crazy BRRRR in record time, only to have your plumber gets sick and now you just lost $5,000 because of holding costs.
Yeah,
almost like I'm talking out of personal experience.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. Like, unless it's a steal of a deal, like, it's getting really tough.
Yeah. All right, man. That's it for us. Yeah, if you are interested in any of these deals, definitely reach out. My Instagram handle is there. That's probably the easiest way to reach me. And if you're looking for financing any of these deals, or just in terms of, like, if you got plans for a decent, regardless if you plan to buy 2, 3, or even 10 investment properties, structuring them right from the beginning is very important. And someone like Ribhu is definitely here to help you with that, to make sure you can reach your goals. His tag is there too. So yeah, that's it for us. Hopefully we will be back at this time next week. We're gonna make a better effort, because, and you know what, it's with these kind of deals, it is hard to say no to these. It's so fun. All right, guys, that's it for us. Thanks for tuning in.